Hey y'all, I want to do a quick video because I want to address a comment that I just saw. It's from Bridget Howell 7964, and her comment was under my video, My Thoughts on Sisterlocks as a long-term style. She said, I have seen this in traditional locks as well. It's not just Sisterlocks. Everyone is different. In my opinion, this could be because of not keeping up with maintenance. Good point. And even the reties being done too soon and too tight. I don't think this is strictly a Sisterlocks issue. Okay, and you are absolutely correct. And I've said this, I don't know if you've watched my other videos. I've said this many times in previous videos that this is not just strictly a Sisterlocks issue. You can experience thinning with all locks, traditional, wicks, whatever you have, micro. You can and will experience thinning over time, depending on technique, depending on who's doing it, and if they're doing it correctly, if they're doing it too tight, if you style your hair too much, if you're getting your retightnings done too soon. And the reason why I spotlighted Sisterlocks is because people are finally speaking about this issue with Sisterlocks. Women, back when, I got my Sisterlocks installed in 2018. And from 2018 up until now, I did not hear of people talk about thinning. I did not hear of people talk about how thinning could be an issue in your journey. Now, let's be honest and hey, thinning can be caused by a million different things. It could be health related, your medications, stress, and again, how someone is doing your hair, if they're doing it correctly. Even if the person that's doing your hair is a certified Sisterlocks consultant. My consultant was a certified Sisterlocks consultant that I got off their website, looked her up, scheduled my consultation, did all those things. She still did my reties too tight. She also did a jacked up job. She was skipping whole areas of my head. So I had issues with the certified Sisterlocks consultant, who is also a brand ambassador, who also has the little trickology certified trickology paper certificate hanging up in her place. So yeah, these people, they check off all the boxes, but that don't mean that they're good. That doesn't mean that they're doing things right. That doesn't mean that they're ethical, that they have good customer service, business ethics, all that. And so, yes, I put blame on the Sisterlocks brand because that's their brand. You've trained these people. Sisterlocks, corporate. Y'all trained these people. You held these classes. But once they get trained and they branch off on their own and they become their own little independent contractors, you can't just wash your hands and say, well, I don't have any, that's not part of my brand. That's not, you can't blame me for that because that's that individual. Really? This is why people have had such a hard time finding any recourse, finding any justice when they've been scammed by people who went through the Sisterlocks schooling, training, all that good stuff. It's like you just can't wash your hands of issues that people have with your brand ambassadors, with your certified locticians. So now back to the comment. Everything you said is right. Reties being done too soon and too tight. No, it's not a strictly Sisterlocks issue, but what we're talking about right here in this particular post is women coming forward who has Sisterlocks who are experiencing thinning. Yeah, it could be to no regular maintenance or whatever, but let's not dismiss the fact that that tool in doing all those rotations through your hair, that manipulation, that adds to it over time. The longer you let your hair get, the length, the heaviness, how often you get your reties done, and there are a lot of locticians who try to make you stick to those strict retie schedules, um, and getting them, people are getting their hair retied way too soon. That is an issue. That can cause thinning over time. If you keep doing this and you've had your Sisterlocks 10 years, 15 years, whatever, that's wear and tear. But the point of me spotlighting Sisterlocks is because so many women are coming forward, finally sharing their stories of thinning. And it's not a coincidence. You can't just say, well, all those people weren't keeping up with their maintenance. All these people were, well, they were getting their reties too soon. Well, why were they getting their reties too often? We're not the Sisterlocks experts. We rely on the consultants that we choose, these certified people, to advise us. And yes, you can push back and be like, well, you know what? No, that's too soon, because that's what I did. I pushed back with my consultant and I told her, no, that's too soon. I'm not doing that. I don't have enough new growth to warrant that. You're not going to use me to pay your bills. And if doing Sisterlocks is your only source of income, well, honey, find you another job. So, yeah. I agree with what you're saying. No, it's not just a Sisterlocks issue. All locks can experience thinning. Yes, there's maintenance. There's a lot of factors into it, but it's not a coincidence that women with Sisterlocks are experiencing thinning in the same places after having their locks in for so long. And a lot of them, they don't even have to have them for 5, 10, 15 years to experience the thinning. They've had their locks for 1 or 2 years, 3 years, and they're noticing it. So that's not a coincidence. That's all I'm saying. And I'm happy that women are sharing their stories, that this is being brought to light. Because again, there's been, Sisterlocks was always surrounded with secrecy. Don't show the grid, don't show the tool, don't even let the customer see the tool. Like, what? You doing my hair, but I can't see what you're using in my hair? How does that make sense? You're using a tool in my hair, but I can't see it. I done paid you all this money to get Sisterlocks, but I can't see what you're doing or using. That kind of stuff. But anywho, thank you, Bridget, for your comment. I agree with it in theory, but I'm not gonna let Sisterlocks off the hook. Absolutely not. It's not a coincidence that all these women have the same issue after having Sisterlocks for whatever amount of time. That's not a coincidence. Yes, there are a lot of factors that factor into it. Some people already had thinning hair before they got their Sisterlocks. I get that. But it's the ones who never had the thinning, who had their locks for a year or two, 10, 15, maybe less, and they're having this issue. Why would Sisterlocks offer trickology, teaching consultants and brand ambassadors how to supposedly help people's hair grow back after experiencing thinning? Why would they offer that if thinning wasn't an issue with this particular style? I know it can happen with all locks, but Sisterlocks in particular, it's not a coincidence. Thank you again for your comments. Y'all keep the comments going. Let's keep this conversation going, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.